This course explores another type of intelligence, emotional intelligence, and how to apply emotional intelligence at work. Here are two pictures. One of a happy worker and one of a sad/unhappy worker. Today's workplace is stressful for more than one reason. Knowing our own emotions and those of others can definitely help us elevate that stress. One tool we can use to achieve that goal is emotional intelligence, or EQ. This training will explain how emotional intelligence can help you improve your professional and personal life. Upon completion of this training, you will be able to interpret the concept of emotional intelligence, EQ. Apply EQ at work to enhance work performance. Identify his/her own EQ and determine how to improve upon it. Utilize tools and techniques to improve EQ. First popularized in 1995 by Drive Daniel Goleman, Indiana. His best-selling book, Emotional Intelligence: Why It Can Matter More Than IQ. Emotional intelligence is the ability to identify, assess, and manage the emotions of oneself, of others, and of groups. Emotional intelligence impacts different aspects of our daily lives, such as the way we behave and the way we interact with others. People with high emotional intelligence are able to recognize their own emotional state and the emotional states of others and engage with them in a way that draws them. They can use this understanding of emotions to relate better to other people, form and heal their relationships, achieve greater success at work, and lead a more fulfilling life. Emotional intelligence is not monolithic. It consists of four elements. Self-awareness: you recognize your own emotions and how your emotions affect your thoughts and behavior, know your strengths and weaknesses, and have self-confidence. Self-management: you're able to control impulsive feelings and behaviors, manage your emotions in healthy ways, take initiative and follow through on commitments, and adapt to changed circumstances. Social awareness: you can understand the emotions, needs and concerns of other people, pick up emotional cues, feel comfortable socially, and recognize the power dynamics in a group or organization. Relationship management: you know how to develop and maintain good relationships, communicate clearly, inspire and influence others, work well in a team, and manage conflicts. Emotional intelligence affects four important aspects of your life. Performance at work: emotional intelligence can help you sail through the maze of workplace relationships, lead and motivate others, and be very successful in your professional career. A lot of companies require EQ testing before hiring. Your physical health: if you're unable to manage your stress levels conveniently, it can cause serious health hazards. Rampant stress levels can increase your risk of heart attack and stroke, and make you age prematurely, etc. Your mental health: unchecked stress can affect your mental health, as it can make you prone to anxiety and depression. An inability to understand and manage your emotions will lead to recurrent mood swings and failure to form long-lasting relationships. Your relationships: a better understanding and control of your emotions will allow you to express how you feel and better understand how others feel. This makes it easy for you to communicate more effectively and nurture long-lasting relationships at work and in your personal life. Can you benefit from EQ training? This short quiz will help you to determine if you can benefit from EQ training. Read each question and give an honest answer. Click Next to go to next slide. If you answered no to any of the above questions, you can benefit from emotional intelligence training. To be successful in your career, you need skills relevant to your field of professional occupation, but you also need people skills. More and more companies/organizations are looking for gifted applicants who can work with others, build great relationships with team members and customers, and lead themselves. These characteristics come from emotional intelligence. As we know, it's not the smartest people who are the most successful in life. We all know people who are intellectually brilliant but are socially inadequate and unsuccessful at work or in their relationships. Intellectual intelligence, IQ, can help you get into college, but your emotional intelligence, EQ, only will help you manage the stress and the plethora of other emotions when failing your final exams. The same goes for the workplace. You will probably get a job on your IQ merits, but your chances of keeping it are greater with emotional intelligence. A study from the Institute for Health and Human Potential of 265 senior leaders reveals that 55% of those leaders indicated that relating effectively with people and using emotions wisely was the #1 key to their success. 48% of those same leaders said that reading people accurately and understanding their needs and emotions was a primary key to their success. 43% of them stated that being aware of their own emotions contributed decisively to their success. In the workplace, emotional intelligence, EQ, affects the bottom line in more than one way. It promotes teamwork, it reduces grievances and supervision time, enhances individual motivation and allows for prompt resolution of conflicts when they arise. Emotional intelligence sharply reduces turnover. In a survey by the Society for Human Resource Management, 21% of the respondents stated that problems with a supervisor/manager were the primary reason they voluntarily left their jobs. Recall a difficult interaction you had at work with a coworker or supervisor. Now recall that situation and how you felt emotionally at the time. Click Next to go to next slide. We do not live in isolation or leave our personal life outside the office door. Often, although the situation occurs at work, it may be a result of your personal baggage. Think of this situation again, now think of how you could have handled it differently. Emotional intelligence is your ability to understand and manage your emotions. Why is EQ important? While intelligence refers to IQ is important, success in life depends more on EQ. How to utilize tools and techniques to improve your emotional intelligence. The skills of emotional intelligence are learnable, therefore. If you want to increase or improve your human capital, you can do so. Here are some simple techniques you can do to improve your emotional intelligence. Pay attention to how you behave. While practicing your emotional awareness, pay attention to your behavior as well. Notice how you act when you're experiencing certain emotions and how that affects your daily life. Take responsibility. Take responsibility for your feelings and behavior. This is a very challenging action, even though it is very helpful. Your emotions are generated by you and no one else. So you are responsible for them. If you feel hurt in response to what someone says or does, and you retaliate, you are responsible for your reaction. They did not make you retaliate, unless you're their puppet on strings. Once you start accepting responsibility for how you feel and behave, this will have a positive impact on all areas of your life. Behaving consciously, practice responding instead of reacting. Reacting is an unconscious process where we experience an emotional trigger, and behave in an unconscious manner that expresses or relieves that emotion. Responding is a conscious process that involves noticing how you feel, then deciding how you want to behave. Practice empathizing with oneself and others. Empathy is about understanding why someone feels or behaves in a certain way and being able to communicate that understanding to them. It applies to ourselves and other people, and practicing empathy will improve your EQ. Nonverbal communication. Improve your nonverbal communication and become sensitive to the nonverbal communication skills of others. Professor Emeritus of Psychology at UCLA, Albert Merhabian, notes that 55% of our communication is derived from body language, while 38% is paralinguistics, having to do with the way you say something, including tone, pauses, pace, etc., and a measly 7% pertains to the actual spoken words. Body language is the most powerful component of how we communicate, however, so much can be misinterpreted. To improve your nonverbal communication skills, you must change the way you communicate so that it relays your real intentions without confusion. Exercise self-regulations. It's easy for all us to get caught up in our behavior patterns, our comfort zones. But when the goal is to improve and increase EQ, self-examination combined with self-regulation becomes paramount. It will be more beneficial to drop old practices and chart new courses. Congratulations! Now you have the tools to apply emotional intelligence at work.